Hello everyone, my name is ArwenStarsong, and yes, you're reading that title right. I'm not going to go too much into detail as to what happened. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but I'm not going to go too far. But I kind of just wanted to get short, sweet, and to the point, into the thing that I have been trying to do since the last blog I made about it being time. In the whole duration of my 10 years on YouTube, I have literally been busting my ass. I have been working non-stop, whether it be in college or with jobs. I would hold multiple jobs at a time in hopes of actually being able to support this and make better things in the future. I actually just started to actually put money, a lot of money, I might add, into this about a few years ago now, since the release of The Point of No Return. And I just kind of realized that I felt burnt out. I really kind of felt like I was exhausted all the time, to the point where I stopped singing for quite a bit after finishing recording The Gallows Tree, and over the holidays too, and actually as of a few months ago, I've just been starting to think it's kind of time. And I know that it's gonna hurt me as far as finances go for a while, but that's okay, because really the only thing that I really feel fulfilled with and dedicated to, besides my few friendships I have, my relationship, and my dog, is music. And I know I said this last blog that I needed to go at it a lot harder, and I did. Last vlog, I did. Despite the fact that I am running a small business, that I have freaking 2 jobs, or had 2 jobs, and I was trying to make room for audiobook narrating and all this other stuff. I kind of just decided enough is enough. If I was going to even make any type of progress as far as my music career went, I had to let go of something. And it sucks because I actually found my job at Best Buy relatively enjoyable despite recent events, but it made the money that I needed to produce The Gallows Tree. And that was on top of working with my mother at my other job and also running my small business on Etsy. The thing is, as I said, I just found myself coming home and having the desire to actually work on writing, work on band stuff, work on videos, and I just felt so fucking exhausted. And I started my new endeavor, Gassy Vampire, because I wanted to delve into my true crime loving self as well. I have an ASMR channel that I hardly tend to, but sometimes I post stuff on there that's just random posting. I also have a new thing I'm trying to do with my boyfriend called Couch Pizza that we're still trying to kind of figure out, but the channel link will be below anyway. And then I also have my gaming YouTube, where I try to Twitch stream whenever I can. There's going to be a lot more of that coming now that I have no Best Buy to go to. But I'm going to get into a little bit of what actually happened. I'm not going to go into full details because, again, I don't want to get people coming after me or anything. So in case you guys didn't know, for the past few years, I worked at Best Buy. And I actually did find the job to be relatively a lot more, decent than other things that I've been in. I worked at Panera, and people were shitty to me and dumped soup on me. I worked at Taco Bell, and had a dude throw a burrito at me. That was actually how I met Vincent. And then I also have my Etsy, where I read tarot, and I am one person trying to do so much at once on top of running a small business. And at Best Buy, at first I loved it. I felt overjoyed to be showing up to work every day. I actually was passionate. I was actually hired because of the fact that I have experience with technology that's recording studio stuff and video streaming stuff and all that jazz. But after a few years of just not the workers really, it was just more the people that would come into the store and constantly just be rude, and it just kind of made me feel like I freaking hate rude people. Like, why be rude, dude? Like, come on. You don't know my story. You don't know my deal. And the fact that you're coming in here being a jerk to me just isn't really helping me feel better. And I certainly hope it's not helping you feel better, because if that's the case, then you're just a terrible person. But after a while of handling all of those people that just come in and just ruin your whole vibe, it just threw me off, dude. Like I said, I would come home from work just exhausted. I always would complain to my parents. I would complain to my boyfriend. And it got to the point where everybody was saying that I should just quit if it was making me that miserable. And at first, I was kind of in denial. I was kind of just like, no, I'm pretty sure it was a fluke. I'm pretty sure that I can get over it. Blah, blah, blah. I can still do it. Love my boss. He's a great dude. And love my coworkers. They were all amazing. But I will not go into any further details as to why, because that is going to start a whole can of worms that I do not want to open. Like I said, I love and respect all of my coworkers. And I love Best Buy as a company. But I kind of just felt burned out. And after hearing the encouragement from my family and friends, I thought about it. I sat down a few months ago and legitimately thought about it. And I said to myself, you know what? I am going to wait until the first week of November, and I'm going to see if things actually fully change for the better to the point where I can tough it out and not come home feel burned out and whatnot. I was waiting for that little bit of opportunity that maybe I can show a bit more growth in this company. Because again, I like the company. I like Best Buy. It's great. And like, I feel like the whole philosophy behind the company, like as it was pretty cool. Best Buy has this thing of, oh, it's the best place in the world to work. And I will say with 100% of my being, it is totally way better than everywhere else, but still not 100%. After a while, it just got to that point where I literally did not even want to give it a second thought. I did not even want to spend another moment. And it's sad because, again, I really liked my job. It actually for a while made me happy until I realized that it didn't. And as of a few weeks ago, I put in my notice. I said, that's it. This is not going to take me any further. I do not see a future here that will help me out with my music. I am leaving. So I put in my 2 weeks, and I basically was like, look, I don't want to burn the bridge completely. I still want to come back in the future if things work out or change. But as of this moment, I want to go for my dream in full swing. I'm going to try to still hunt for something that's part-time, but I still want to put 100% of my being into all of my creative projects. Those being Sunlay Silent, those being the secret project that I'm gonna probably be announcing sometime soon, those being this, Poetic Justice. It was actually yesterday, that was my last day at Best Buy, and as I came home, this was waiting for me. It is my first piece of merch. I've spent months working on it, and I'm super proud of it. It's really, really cool. This is called the Withering Flower, and it's in test runs right now, but as soon as those are all tested out, which so far the verdict is, I'm probably going to sell it. I'm going to be putting these out on the link, on one of the links below in the description there. Sorry for the stuttering. This is a lot to talk about at once. But I kind of thought, it's really ironic that on the day that was my last day at this job, I got this. And it wasn't supposed to come for another week, but I was like, what a way to start things. What a way to move myself forward. And ever since I left, I've been seeing all of these crazy signs, like signs from the universe, what have you, that this was probably the right choice. At midnight, I went to go pick up my boyfriend, and out of freaking nowhere, I saw fireworks. Fireworks in the middle of, the nowhere of Fresno, California? That doesn't happen that often. And, I saw this as I was driving in to get him, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of feel like that's a little bit of a sign of maybe I did make the right choice. Maybe this is the thing that I have been needing to do for the past 10 some odd years that I should have done a long time ago. And I made a blog about this around the time of my 30th birthday. I talked about how when I turned 30, I wanted to go for it harder. And I will say that ever since that video, I have gone for it so much harder than I have in the past. And this time, with the fact that I now do not have that extra burden of the emotional damage from being told no, from having those naysayers and all of that negative energy just coming down on me, I kind of feel like now I have more of a chance to really express myself creatively. I kind of feel like I have more time, like more of an open outlet now, to really show you guys that I am being serious and that I mean business. And it all starts now. Because I will tell you, it's been hard finding motivation, and ever since this whole ordeal, I actually feel a lot more invigorated to actually put more effort. I have Lindsay Schoolcraft as my mentor in this whole journey. I have a lot of really cool friends from Europe and around the world that actually support this, and I'm actually really thankful and really glad in this month of gratitude that I am finally having this opportunity to actually go out there and actually fully put my effort into my dream. Yes, I will still be searching for work. Yes, I will still be doing all of my other shit. But as of this moment, I am saying to you that from here on out, I will not let you down. I will not disappoint you. I will not lack again. This time, I am serious. And I really hope that you will stay with me. If you want to hear more about my journey and join me on this really, really bizarre adventure, then do hit that subscribe button below and turn on notifications. I would really appreciate it. We are currently sitting at 847 subscribers. If we could get to that 1,000 subscriber mark and maybe have a bit more watch time on all of my previously published content, I would really appreciate it, guys. Like, you have no idea how much I appreciate the fact that there are 847 of you that even freaking bother to pay attention to my shit. It's bonkers to me. And as I've announced previously in videos, my album is now on pre-sale. You can find the links to that below. And also, for the heck of it, I'm going to throw the link to the shirts and the physical copies of The Gallows Tree. I am currently making a list, as I do want to check the discs out before I fully encourage you to buy it, but if you want to be put on the list to get a disc, a physical disc of this album, then you can do so down below. There are only 50 copies in this run, and I will not be making more unless all 50 of those copies are sold completely out, okay? So keep that in mind, and those who have asked before any of this kind of get priority over everyone else just because they've been asking. So keep that in mind. I hope to see you guys around on my new adventure, and it's going to be a bit of an emotional ride. It's going to be very hard, but I actually did the smart thing before quitting this job, and I actually got all the shit I needed for the new stuff that I have planned for the release of The Gallows Tree, and I am actually really proud of myself for that, because normally I would just hold myself back. I am my own worst enemy. It is a goddamn nightmare. And I just look forward to sharing all of my future endeavors with you guys. And I'll see you later. Thank you all so much for joining me today. See you on the next video. But till then, ta-ta!